and they have only trailed on 2 occasions the entire season. A different story for Pepperdine. They come in 17-10, and they have been through the battles of West Coast volleyball to get to the championship match. And the first point will go to the top seed. Back to serve is Jay Stauffer, a junior from Columbia, Pennsylvania. Corey Ricks, the freshman, with the tip, evens it up at 1 apiece. The Nittany Lions, their roster primarily East Coast. Pepperdine's mostly West Coast guys, including Tyler James, the freshman from Granite Bay, California. They've got a couple of freshmen in their starting lineup. Jonathan Winder will set Paul Carroll off the fingertips. Luke Murray, the senior setter, going to Anderson. That a little behind him, so an opportunity for the Waves. Back to Carroll, dug up by Stauffer. And that pushed a little too close to the net, and Del Valle taps his chest and says, hey, freshman mistake, my bad.
That was a pretty sloppy play there. The set going too deep for Matt Anderson, and then Del Valle trying to do too much as a freshman.
Pepperdine on top, 2-1. The set to the middle, and Max Holt, and that will be a key tonight for Penn State.
Absolutely. They went far off the mark. Didn't get Holt or Lipsitz many sets in the semifinal. Need those 2 leading efficiency hitters involved in the offense.
And, Karch, that's a place where they can attack one of Pepperdine's weaknesses if there is one, isn't it?
That's certainly one of them. Pepperdine, even Coach Dunphy says, we're okay at blocking opposing middle hitters, but we're not great. He also said, boy, they're a really good serving team. We just saw the first ace from Penn State. Dunphy wasn't kidding.
Holt follows that up with the service error, and Pepperdine evens it up at 3 apiece. Holt checks out as Paul Carroll, the junior from Australia, the 2-time All-American, who missed those 8 matches in January and February, was out for 4 weeks. They had a losing record while he was gone. And 14-5 since his return, and another set to the middle, and Max Lipsitz gets the kill.
And as we've already talked about, this is going to be a huge key for Penn State. In game 3 and 4, Lipsitz got 1 set each in the semifinals. He's already gotten half that total here very early in game 1. The same thing happened with Holt, so obviously the setter, Luke Murray, for Penn State, looking at a much better distribution amongst his 4 offensive horses.
Both these teams were very good defensively and blocked well, outblocked the opposition in their semifinal wins, and another kill in the middle.
And now Lipsitz has as many sets in this early part of game 1 as he had in all of game 3 and 4 in the semifinals. Going to keep those Pepperdine middle blockers off balance. That's the weakest part of their game, is stopping the opposing middle.
Matt Anderson, the 2-time first-team All-America, with the serve. Winder, the pass to Schleppenbach. Bumped up by Murray. Del Valle with the set for Schweitzer. Did not get the touch. Point Pepperdine.
And one of the interesting things about these teams, they each have a great left-handed player who hits on their right side of the court. So it surprises other teams, and it's a little harder to block a left-hander, but both these teams used to it because they do it in practice.
Mark Hulse, whose brother Tom was a member of the Pepperdine 2005 National Championship team with the serve, and Penn State gets the block and the point. Lipsitz with his 3rd kill already of the match. The sophomore from Williamsville, New York, had a career-high 12 blocks in the semifinal win against the Buckeyes. Winder, the back set for Carroll. That's blocked. Holt and Stauffer sending it back.
And Penn State's very tall but yet agile middle blockers are a different look. Watch how far they get their hands across the net, but a very different look for Pepperdine to have to face that penetration on the block.
Lipsitz serving, and it's a good one. Another ace. That's a couple in the early going for the Nittany Lions.
Well, one of the things we really want to follow Beth, is that Penn State actually changed their batting order. They switched their 2 outside hitters in the lineup, so they have a different serving order. Pepperdine could not possibly have been ready for it because they never played with it this year except for one game very early in the season.
Leppenbach gets the kill, and JD was error-free in the semis and off to a good start again here.
And so with that serving order change, Penn State's going all out to try to win this first game and set the tone. The one time they lost this year, they lost the first game.
They have only been behind twice all season. And another point for Penn State, 9-6, Nittany Lions.
Murray doing a really nice job of keeping his middles involved in the offense. Another way to state it is, you know, you got a bunch of carnivores on your team, you got to give them the meat.
On the Schweitzer serve, Schleppenbach tries the counter, and a chance for Penn State in transition. Holt with the tip, popped up by JD, and now Pepperdine free balls it. Back row attack from Anderson, swooping in for the kill.
That's the bit we've talked about. So hard to stop because Murray has set the tone. When he sets the middle, then they think it's going to Holt. The same look, the same trajectory, easy put away for Anderson.
And a quick timeout from Pepperdine. Trailing 10-6. And the Penn second title. It's happened on 4 previous occasions where the same school has had the men's and women's champs in the same school year.
And those 3 schools you see, plus Penn State, have great histories of both women's and men's collegiate volleyball.
Penn State on a 5-1 run. Make it 6. And Murray and Holt there for the block.
And you know what's interesting? The Pepperdine hitters, I think they think Luke Murray is only 6 feet tall, so they can hit a steeper hit, but he's blocked it twice now. Big statement blocks, one against Ricks and one against Carroll. They're going to have to go back to what worked in the semis, the high flat shot.
Mark Pavlik likes to say that teams think they can pick on Luke Murray. They don't give him the credit he deserves because of his stature, and he has developed into a decent blocker.
He's a tremendous blocker for his size, and you can see that block intimidating the Pepperdine hitters a little. Now Schleppenbach made his first error, made no errors in the semifinals. 14 kills out of 18 attempts.
Serendipity for Penn State with their 3rd ace of the game.
The trickler that time, and Tyler James, the middle blocker for Pepperdine, has to step in and try to take those dribblers when they come off the net. He was turning the other way.
They have scored 8 of the last 9 points, and Pepperdine looking a little shell-shocked right here as Carroll breaks it up with the kill.
That's a much wiser hit by Carroll there, reaching high, using the little seam between the outside